What's up, squad? It's Jilly Jackson here from the DJM Squad, and we got some more college basketball content for you. Today we're going to be going over the Big 12 tournament, and I'm not going to waste you guys' time. Let's get right into it. Alright, now starting off, we got Cincy facing off against Oklahoma State. Now, immediately, I'm thinking Jizzle James. I'm thinking this Cincy team is way more relevant than this Oklahoma State squad. While Cincy is the 13, Oklahoma State's the 12, I feel like it's kind of reversed there. I feel like Cincy should be able to get around with the talent that they have. Oklahoma State feels like they shouldn't have. I don't know, they feel, I don't know, guys, they don't feel great. They don't feel like they should have been as even good as they were after the 12, but things just kind of went that way for them. But I'm going to trust Cincinnati to punch their ticket against Iowa State here. Now we got Rado versus TCU. Now Rado and TCU actually just faced off a couple of days ago, and Rado actually took them home. I actually had no idea that Rado was as bad as the number 16 in the conference whenever that happened. I thought Rado could have been a little bit of a sleeper or something. I don't know, it was kind of popping in the mind, flowing. And they could have been a team that could have did something this tourney, but TCU, now looking at it, 9 or 16, I feel like they should be able to get their lick back against this Rado team. I think I'm going to take TCU and move on. While I don't love either team too much, they do have an intriguing match against West Virginia next round. That's a W. Now, Arizona State versus K-State. Arizona State, another team where they could be a little bit of a sneaker, a little bit of a sleeper to make something happen. Same with K-State, though. I could see a lot of people liking this K-State to do a little something, especially if they have a matchup against Baylor in the second round. K-State was a team that for a second there, they started making a little noise, started climbing towards the bubble, but since they've kind of eased themselves down, fallen down a little bit. But I mean, they got Doug McDaniels. They got, I'm blanking on the kid from Illinois. His name, but Coleman Hawkins. There we go. They feel like they should have been better than a 10 a little bit. They should have had a better season, but they didn't. That's just not how the dominoes fell. But they do have the talent. They're similar to a Cincy squad where they should be better than they are, but I'm still going to take the talent in this situation. I'm going to take them over 15-seeded Arizona State. Which, also, on the Sports Squad channel, you guys should check it out. Links in the description. Mason Nation did have K-State do a little something. I'm not going to tell you guys too much, but he had K-State doing a little something. So I feel like he can't be wrong in the first round, right? We'll take him to face off against Baylor. Now, UCF versus Utah. Again, UCF, even Utah, I feel like they could be sleepers. I mean, the Big 12 is always a deep conference. Them and the SEC kind of just been running things. The Big 12, while they feel like they've had a little bit of a step down this year, they still a very deep conference, plenty of talent to go around. And UCF versus Utah is a very, very tough matchup to pick. Both of them could do something facing off against the Kansas squad that been looking iffy. Again, I don't know too much about the squads. I've seen a couple of their games. I think UCF could get a little dangerous from deep. And I can't lie, when you're looking at those logos, they kind of look nice against the Kansas squad there. I think I'm going to take the 14 seed upset there. We'll take UCF. I know it feels kind of obvious. It feels like kind of obvious pick, but we're going to take UCF to face off against Kansas. Now moving back up, we got Cincy facing off against Iowa State. Iowa State's a team where, when healthy, they have been phenomenal. They're what you get at Iowa State normally. Great defense, well-coached team with talent, but also they have shown they can shoot the 3-ball this year. But they got a little injured, stars got hurt, and they've fallen down to a 5 seed, which is very unfortunate. But they could be very dangerous. But a lot of people I do notice have been picking Iowa State to possibly go all the way and win this tourney. I think we're getting a little ahead of ourselves. let's not just push that agenda just because Iowa State is now getting healthy. I think you need a second. Maybe they'll do something in March Madness tourney. But let's not get ahead of ourselves in this tourney here in the Big 12. It's too early. But facing off against Cincinnati, I do like that for them still. I like them enough to take them to move on to face BYU in the third round. You know what I mean? Just Cincy against. They're really not a great squad. They should have been better this year. They weren't. Cut your losses. They're out of here. Now, West Virginia versus TCU. West Virginia, a team that is very. They've been. I mean, you can't blame them. They lost their star player. Ever since that happened, they've been slowly falling off, but they have managed to keep themselves up to an AC. So I'm giving them props for that. And they feel like a team that everybody kind of wants to root for. You know, nobody hates West Virginia. Against TCU though, that feels like a really that's a tough one to decide. I need Magic Mike, fellas. If you don't know about Magic Mike, he just solves all your problems really, and he is gonna help us get the job done. And he's gonna give me a winner. He's just gonna speak to me. And as much as I'm rooting for West Virginia, I gotta go with TCU to go face off against Houston. I think West Virginia, they just been kind of falling off a little bit because of the injuries. As much as I love the team, I think they can bounce back a little bit next year. But unfortunately, this year is just a painful one. Let's get it over with. TCU's gonna take them down. They can make some noise against Houston. With Mike aside for now, but we're gonna have to bring it right back. Man, K-State versus Baylor. Oh my goodness. K-State again. They have the talent to do something if they want to make a run here with Doug McDaniel and Coleman Hawkins leading the helm. Which also, I realize Arizona State, they have Frankie Collins, right? I believe I don't know. He might actually dip the chip. But that'd be Doug McDaniel versus Frankie Collins. I don't know. Two Michigan former point guards. I thought that was kind of interesting. I just thought that. But Baylor versus K-State's a toughie. Baylor is a team whenever it becomes tourney time, they are in their prime. They're kind of like Izzo, and nobody talks about that. But this Baylor team always seems to do something, at least win a round whenever it becomes their time to shine. Like K-State again, they got the talent to do something here if they wanted to, and they can get hot. We know at any moment. That's what this team does. That's even what they did again when they made their Elite Eight run in March Madness 2 seasons ago. But I'm going to go with the Baylor Bears. Magic Mike's telling me, man. The Bears are a team to trust whenever it's 20 time. And just you got Roach, you got O'Meara. I think things are going to start clicking for them. It's 20 time. I think they could put up a fight against Texas Tech. Alright, now we got Kansas versus UCF. Kansas, again, very disappointing year. That is kind of a little bit sad for what I've been saying for a couple of these teams so far. But Kansas, they were the preseason number 1, and now they've fallen down to the number 6 in their own conference. It's not bad, when you're the Big 12. But when you're talking Kansas, they are having a terrible year. I mean, but you have players, you got the talent, you could go on and on with the talent they have. With DeJuan Harris, Hunter Dickinson, Zeke Mayo, I'm blanking on a couple, but everybody, there's so much talent on this. AJ Story, you could go on KJ Adams. But this team has a lot of talent, they're deep. I think I gotta trust Kansas squad, Kansas program with Bill Self. Surely they win a game, right? Alright, now we got Iowa State facing off against the BYU. Dude, haven't been too crazy with the upsets yet, but you guys just wait, okay? You guys just wait. It's a deep conference, so I know the upsets are coming. And I know you're thinking, maybe I should have picked somebody else than just TCU, but I don't know. I just trust these top programs too much in Iowa State, Kansas, Baylor to get their first round job done. Now, Iowa State, BYU though, Iowa State, like I was saying, I think it's going to take them a little second to get things regrouped. from the injuries, but I think they can make some noise in March. But right now, this BYU team is too hot. They've won, I think, 8 in a row against some solid squads too. So I think this BYU team could make some noise. You don't want to get too hopeful on them. I think BYU could be a team where a lot of people are on the train whenever it's March time and they disappoint. But in this Big 12 tourney, I'll take them at least for one round here over Iowa State. Houston, TCU. I could see something happening here. Houston, again, very defensive. That's why you can kind of trust this team. And, of course, they have some shooters in LJ Cryer and others. Okay. But this Houston squad, they feel too dangerous. I don't think TCU is going to put up too much of a fight. Maybe a little first half battle, but then Houston just pulls away. They'll face off against BYU. All right, now we got Baylor versus T-Tech. If you've been listening to the hints, I'm not going to lie, I'm going to go with Baylor. I'm going to go with the Bears. Whenever it's this time of year, they start clicking. I think this is when it's going to happen. T-Tech, they've been very great. But I think T-Tech's going to be another team where a lot of people are going to be picking them to win this tourney at the number 2 slot. But they've been very hot. But they need a little sizzle here. They need to sizzle down a little bit. I think that can help them for March. That gets their mindset right. But I'm going to trust these Baylor Bears to move on to the next round. I think that's going to be a phenomenal matchup. That one can come down to the wire for sure. But I don't know. I like this Baylor squad with Roach, Omier. It's so much. There's so much others. There's so much talent in this Baylor squad. They should be better. I think it's their time to shine. It's their time to click. Turn me up. Turn me on. Kansas versus Zona. Another tough one here. Kansas did just take down Zona in a close one. You got Caleb Love on one side. You got the Kansas with, again, we said how deep that team is. This should be a really good game. This one's a really tough one to pick. I think we need the Buddy Magic Mike. Now I'm just thinking about it. Caleb Love, he can be really good at times, but there's other times he'll be too selfish. He'll be cold. He'll go 1 for 8 on a night, and that's just not what you need to see. But Kansas, same time, where just you got so much talent, it should be working, but it's almost you went for too much talent. You don't want to have too many chefs in the kitchen. But I'm a We're gonna take the Jayhawks. We're gonna take another upset here. I'm gonna trust Bill Self over instead of this Arizona squad. But again, I think this could be a little helpful for Zona. I think Zona could make some noise in March. I think they could sneakily make an Elite 8 run. They got the talent to do so. I think Caleb Love could kind of go on a little run for his final season. Oh my goodness. His final year in college, his senior year. I think he can make some noise in March. But we'll take the Jayhawks and move on. Now we got BYU facing off against Houston. Are they the Cougars? I just noticed that. But we got BYU versus Houston here. The Battle of the Cougars. And we got a tough one here. We have two teams that they've been hot for a minute. I believe Houston, I forget, there was a, I don't know, was it February where they didn't lose a single game? Maybe January, February, they didn't lose a single game? I don't remember. This Houston squad has been on a tear. Their defense, phenomenal. LJ Cryer's been great. I'm blanking. What's his name, dude? I'm blanking on his name. But, they got two veterans just leading the squad. And they're bringing that veteran defensive mindset, carrying on the legacy of this Houston squad. But BYU is very hot right now. It is a neutral site, so nobody's home. Houston does not get the home court advantage. I think that could play a little bit into BYU's favor. I think they could maybe keep this hot streak going. Yeah, they're going to keep the hot streak going. We got a little offensive versus defensive battle. I'm going to take a rare offensive team to win the battle. March may be a different story. You might want to trust that defense more. Defense wins championships. But this is Big 12 tourney. This is conference tourneys. Let's have some fun. Let's take BYU into the finals. Now we got Baylor versus Kansas. I know you were not expecting this. The Bears versus the Jayhawks, two prestigious programs. They feel like they get it done whenever it's March time. We're here. Now they got to face each other. two teams that got the talent, but they've been disappointing. But now they're starting to show up a little bit, and just I don't know. Something is telling me that. Let me show you one. Got the Kansas hat on, but no, I'll go with the Baylor Bears, fellas. I'm not picking this Kansas squad. This Kansas squad's been disappointing. They've been disappointing me all year. It's just Baylor. I feel like this is their time to shine. They're gonna start clicking. Everything's gonna start working for them. And I think they could get dangerous whenever near March time. Face BYU in the final. I don't know. They got Roach again, Omir, plenty of kids on the team there. I think they could start getting dangerous. They've learned the system by now. They got a great coach. He knows what he's doing. And this time around, I think he's going to take down both South and Jayhawks. All right. BYU versus Baylor. This was not on your fella's bingo card. I cannot speak. I'm losing my voice here, but this was not on my bingo card either. I go into this open-minded. I don't know where I'm going to go. And it's just, this is where it's leading us. You got to trust that this conference is deep. So I think it's more of a conference where these kind of upsets can happen, where we can have a kind of unexpected final. Unexpected finale here. Now we got the Cougars versus the Bears, and this is a really tough one. Two teams that would be high if this was to happen, of course, but BYU, they'd be on a 10-game win streak at this point, while also taking down Iowa State and Houston. They have taken down some teams to get to this moment. Baylor, they've taken down K-State, T-Tech, Kansas. Do not sleep on that run either. This team is, if this happens, they are clicking on all cylinders. Coach has got them going. I think they win this one. I think they win this one by 10 plus too. I think they're gonna just kind of, I don't know, they're gonna get in their flow and they're gonna dominate. Give me the Bears to take down the Big 12. By the way, guys, tune in. Selection Sunday. We're streaming. Oh yeah, live reactions. Let you guys know what's going on. Fun. Fill out a couple brackets with you boys. All right. Tell us what other content you want. If you want us to stream more, we're here. Oh yeah, we're in. Make sure to hit the subscribe button. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any more of these content stories. This man's been doing some. See while he's at it.
We're good for you.
Oh, yeah. Well, you did the ACC?
Yeah.
Oh, those are coming out.
Both these are out, right?
They are out. So make sure you go check it out. Comment up below who you got taking on the Big 12 tournament. I know you guys weren't expecting the Baylor Bears.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
Right.
That's interesting.
Yeah,
Got it clicking.
Yeah, I saw that a lot. Yeah, we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
DJM Squad.